head. Get up, get out of bed. Live, love, laugh, and be happy.
Say Hog-a-loo-jah, brothers and sisters, and welcome to our Facecast here, SML Live, with yours truly, Brother Rufus J. Hogg of the Ramblin Razorback Temple of Faith. If you're a true Razorback fan, you know exactly where I am. I'm at the main entrance of War Memorial Stadium, say Hog-a-loo-jah, where they're getting ready down at the other end down here. Sister Amelia, show them what they're doing down there. They've got trucks and they're putting up a tent and a special entrance for the Razorback beginning of the season of 2024. Say Hog-a-loo-jah. It's going to be better than many of you think, and we will prove it to you coming up with today's message. But first of all, let me fill you in as to where I am. I'm on the east side of War Memorial Stadium. Sister Amelia, if you would please show them where we are exactly. For those of you who are familiar with the stadium, you know exactly where we are. It was in this entrance in 1958 that my father took me to my first Razorback game, which just so happened to be the first Razorback game of our beloved Lake Freight Royals. We lost that game 12-0 to Baylor. But oh, we may have lost. But there was so much more that we gained, because Brother Broyles brought Arkansas into the mainstream. He produced a team that was on the made national headlines from that point on. No longer were we the beleaguered team that everyone picked on, and it all began for me at this main entrance right here. You might say this was the birthplace of the Ramblin Razorback Temple of Faith, say Hog-a-loo-jah. Let me show you another historical place. Sister Amelia, if you would please walk with me. So many moments of history, not just for me, brothers and sisters, but for so many people and Razorback fans who can point to War Memorial Stadium that's been around since 1948 and see a place that they will always love and remember. I want to show you just around that corner, Sister Amelia. If you would please shoot that part right there. I want to thank Sister Amelia, who is related to me in so many different ways. Now I'm going to have to pay her extra for getting on camera. Just right around that corner is the northern entrance of War Memorial Stadium. For those of you who've sat in the north end zone, you know how much fun that is. It's great to be a zone head here at War Memorial Stadium, which we, by the way, created in 1988. Zone heads, little hats you wore just for sitting in the end zone. But around that north end zone in 1959, the incredible late great Lance Alworth fumbled a kick from Texas. They recovered and went on to beat our beloved Razorbacks 13-12. Now you may be asking, Brother Hogg, why are you showing us the northern end zone? That's where I sat as an 8-year-old boy crying because Texas had beaten us 13-12. Sister Amelia, show them that northern end zone. To me, I call this the heartbreak side of War Memorial Stadium to this day, even though it's been over 60 years since that happened. It still bothers me to this day. It's one of the reasons that I'm gladly able to do this. Sister Amelia, don't show that to your father. He'll be upset. Finally, one other landmark I want to show you. It's simply the parking lot. This is where I locked my keys in my car in 1983 before the Razorback game. And once again, in that one, Brother Lou Holtz was beaten by Texas inside this stadium. Are we starting the Hawk Walk early? Are the Razorbacks already arriving? Just another day here in Hillcrest. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm tickling myself. I'm actually here. Sister Amelia, if you would please walk with me. I love it that Sister Amelia is here. We have so many volunteers from the Ramblin Razorback Temple of Faith. When they found out I was going to broadcast live for you and your family, we had so many people volunteer wanting to help with today's broadcast. But I want to thank Sister Amelia. She's getting $40 for this. Anyway, brothers and sisters, I'm here to pass along to you two wonderful ideas at the Ramblin Razorback Temple of Faith, which have come from our temple meetings in advance of the first game of the year. Here's the first one. We'll stop here, Sister Minnie. The first one is, many of you may be have been reading about our beloved football coach who's back with us this year, Bobby Petrino. He is having problems with the helmet microphones. Now, for many years at the Ramblin Razorback Temple of Faith, we've had hog hat microphones in which I can broadcast to those wearing hog hats and telling them how to cheer. So I'm very familiar with this technology. I have suggested to the University of Arkansas that since Bobby Petrino is having issues with all these electronics, let me take over. I don't have plays I would tell the quarterback. I would just give him inspirational messages like, either pass this complete or you lose your scholarship. Oh, I'm sorry. Either make this a complete pass or you lose your NIL money. And your mama don't want that. That's one idea that has come to fruition. Here's the second idea, and it is the best one yet. In our opinion, at the Ramblin Razorback Temple of Faith, or as we call it, the RRTF, we think the Razorbacks should make this year a standard from this point on, a tradition for Razorback football. Start the season at this beautiful stadium against an Arkansas team every year. I mean, here. Brothers and sisters, I'm so sorry we were interrupted. We're wondering if the fire trucks may have had something to do with the interruption of our signal. We do apologize. I do know that I was in the middle of a message to you and to all of you here at the War Memorial Stadium about our thoughts on making this a tradition. The Razorbacks start every year at War Memorial Stadium playing another Arkansas team. Of course, this year it's UAPB on Thursday night at 6:30. Maybe next year, ASU. I think it's already scheduled. Make that the first game at War Memorial Stadium. We could do it. And then the next year, UCA. And then after that, UALR. I know they don't have a football team, but they can put one together real easily. They get the money. It's just a thought, and I think it's a very good thought. Now, as for the UAPB game Thursday, brothers and sisters, I'm about to launch into my sermon this morning, beginning with this thought. Arkansas will rule and win the game in the trenches. Arkansas will win the game on offense. Arkansas will win the game on defense. But Lord have mercy, they're going to lose the halftime show. UAPB is going to put it on us like they did 2 years ago at the stadium. They are incredible. They are heavenly. They are the champion halftime show in America today. Say Hogg-a-loo-jah. UAPB, what a welcome sight it will be to see you. Say Hogg-a-loo-jah. Now, we do have some Ramblin Razorback Temple of Faith projects. We have begun. Here's our first one. We have a wonderful investment opportunity for many of you watching. We call it Rent-A-Player. It's a new idea and it's revolutionary in college football, and it started with the RRTF. Rent-A-Player. When a stud football player graduates from high school, we give him a check of $2 million right then and there. That's right, he gets his diploma and he gets his $2 million check. And he becomes one of our rent-a-players. And then, if a college or university wants him to play for their team that year, they call us and we rent him out at $500,000 a game. You can see the profit margin there. And we make money at the Ramblin Razorback Temple of Faith, which will then be forwarded to our University of Arkansas, and we'll never have to worry about a thing except where to get hotel reservations for the national championship game. Say Hogg-a-loo-jah. Rent-A-Player is just the answer. Although it may mean that Hunter Yurachek, the athletic director at the University of Arkansas, will have to actually change his name. It'll be Hunter Rydercheck. Okay. All proceeds go to the NIL Razorback Fund, or as we call it, the nil till. Brothers and sisters, verily I say unto you, money has entered college football scene. But this year, the Razorbacks are going to enter the college football scene. Our beloved Hogs are going to be the surprise of the year. I say that every year, but this year I mean it. Everybody's picking us last, but oh no. I think you should go ahead and make a reservation for the national championship game. I've had a vision. That's right, of the future. That's going to sound like the tragic future, but today I give you a reading from Razorback Revelation, chapter 22. Brother Nick Saban dies and goes to heaven. That's right, we're going off into the future, and Nick Saban has died and gone to heaven in this vision. And St. Peter is showing Nick Saban around heaven. And Nick Saban has never seen anything more beautiful or grand than what he's seeing now. He sees beautiful palm trees, lakes and rivers and streams. He sees beautiful mansions on hills overlooking this beautiful heaven. And he says, and is pretty sure, as he says to St. Peter, that's where I'm headed, isn't it, St. Peter? One of those beautiful mansions. And St. Peter says, oh no, let me show you where you will live. And at that point, they go to another part of heaven, and St. Peter shows Nick Saban a little one-room home. One room with a hot plate for an oven. They don't believe in heat in heaven. And Nick Saban is taken aback. And he says to St. Peter, how do I get into one of those mansions? What can I do? I won championships on earth. Isn't that good enough? And St. Peter says, why no, Nick Saban. Can you sing in a heavenly voice? And Nick Saban says, well, no, I can't. And then St. Peter says, well, can you play a heavenly harp? Can you play a harp? If you can play a harp and or sing, you'll get into a mansion in heaven. And Nick Saban says, no, I have no musical talent whatsoever. My talent was in winning national championships at Alabama. That should be good enough. Is there anything else I can do? At that point, St. Peter says, I'll show you. And St. Peter summons 15 angels. Not a one of them is carrying a harp. Not a one of them can sing. And Nick Saban says, are they about to show me? And St. Peter says, yes, they are. And he gets the angels around him and says, now, here, show Brother Saban how he can get into a mansion here in heaven without singing. Everyone show them. At that point, all 15 angels raised their arms in the air and went, woo! Pig! Suey! Woo! Pig! Suey! Woo! Pig! Suey! Razorbacks! And all the angels went back to their mansions. Nick Saban turns to St. Peter and says, I could live in one room. And that vision is what came to me as I thought about this season. That vision is what I want to share for you. That we are going to replace Nick Saban and live in a mansion of championships. Brothers and sisters, go Hogs, come join us. It's going to be a magnificent year. I don't care what you read. We are going to reign supreme. Say Hogg-a-loo-jah. I feel that we will be in that mansion beginning in this beautiful stadium on Thursday. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Say Hogg-a-loo-jah. Thank you for watching. Remember, you can watch this on YouTube. Greg O'Neill, Saturday Morning Live, Arkansas. And remember this, we are the first person to call the Hogs at the stadium for the new season officially. Thank you for watching, and let me end it with, go Hogs!